once you get your selection through COOPS, then you can be sure of getting government capitation as well as being able to apply to the Higher Education Loans Board funds. We have the Chair of Parents Association, Mr. Mayu. I saw you around. Thank you. We have the principals of some of our schools. I think they are sitting behind there. Please just wave to the team. Thank you very much. We have many directors from the ministry, directors from TSE, directors from NEC. Please, you can wave. We have colleagues from Petet and NAT. Because of time, I saw Honorable Mboko Milemba and Honorable Sosion. Ladies and gentlemen, at this stage, allow me very briefly to invite the Chair of the Education Committee in Parliament to just say a word, and then we move on because of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. CS Magoha, your entire team, in the education fraternity, and all members present. Good afternoon. Let me start by thanking God for life and health. There are so many things happening in this world, but by the grace of God, we are alive and healthy. First, I want to congratulate the teachers and the parents and all the stakeholders for their resilience and hard work during a very difficult time. Despite all this, they have been able to excel. The release of the release of today's results mark another milestone in the education sector, which is continuously improving to accommodate all learners and provide fair opportunities for onward transition to institutes of higher learning. We must commend the ministry under the leadership of CS Magoha for real-time release of results. This ensures parents plan on time and end a lot of anxiety for our children. Well done, Bwana CS and your entire team. I want to take this opportunity to thank also His Excellency, the President, and the National Assembly Committee on Education and Research, and the House as a whole, for the recent appointment and approval of one Professor Fatuma Chege, PS, Curriculum Reforms and Implementation. This is a very key department because Kenya now is embracing the new education system, CBC. This system is long overdue because it will bring the best in our children by developing their skills and knowledge, and application of the same will ensure our children become better communicators, critical thinkers, among many other things. So Kenyans should now be fully ready to embrace the new education system. TSE, which is also represented here by Madam Nancy, is a very key player. We are going to ensure that they get the necessary support so that they can be able to roll out and train the teachers about the new curriculum. The Education Committee will always support the ministry to develop the right policies, support them through the budget, but also oversight and ensure that every cent is utilized very well. My appeal to leaders, to parents, and all stakeholders is to ensure that our candidates get to the next phase of their education so that they can be able to move on very well in that area. I don't want to say a lot, but I must thank the ministry for what it has done, because now we are able to plan as parents and move ahead. Today I'm accompanied by two very key members of my committee, Honorable Mboko Milemba and Honorable Sosion. I'm sure they're also wearing the hat of the unions that they represent. Honorable Sosion represents NAT and Honorable Mboko Milemba represents Petet. And we all know the key role that unions play in this country. Thank you very much, and I'm very honored to be here today when you're releasing the results. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. Before I invite the CEO TSE to make her remarks, I want to mention three things. One is to pay homage to the teachers of this country who gallantly and proudly went to schools when everybody was not sure that we would move on. They did their bit, and what we are doing today is as a result of their great work. Most critically is the fact that we have opened school today, and from what we observed during the pandemic, which is still going on, we realize that our children are safer in school. We realize the critical role that teachers play. Indeed, when His Excellency the President announced that the schools will be opened as scheduled, everybody breathed a sigh of relief, and that shows that our teachers play a critical role in not only the cognitive development of our learners, but in the psychosocial support. We call upon them that as our learners report to school today, they continue with a similar engagement. Allow me to thank the multi-agency team, led here by Commissioner Opicho. I hope you are around. This team has been great to us. During the examinations, we kept updating one another almost on a day-to-day basis, on a 24-hour basis, and we don't take it for granted. And we keep pleading with them that as learners report to school today, the continued support from the multi-agency continues so that we ensure our learners are safe. Finally, I want to call on our field officers to ensure that our schools open today, the health and medical protocols are followed to the letter as we did in the previous terms, so that schools remain safe. I saw a cartoon in the papers today that indicated learners learning under a tree and the rain falling on them. I want to assure the country that in primary schools this term, the grade 4 pupils are still away, which means in many schools we have some extra space where we can keep social distance while learning. The same applies to secondary schools where we don't have Form 4 students for this term, and therefore again they have some space where learners can sit safely, keeping social distance. I also want to plead with the entire country to provide safe passage for learners as they travel to school. In some areas it's raining very heavily. Let us provide safe passage to those who are traveling school to be boarders, those who are day scholars, whether we are matatu